a big shot unless we talking about hip-hop. Bad at TikTok, but I'll make movies like Hitchcock. Challenge Mitch, you'll barely make it like trick shots. Check your wristwatch, it's time for you all to quit. Stop trying me. I'ma be honest, I'm pretty glad no labels eyeing me. I'm independent and I don't want nobody buying me.
Yo, what up everybody, this is Mr. O, and today we are here to talk about the 7th episode of The Acolyte. Now, I started making videos starting with the 5th episode because I hated it so much. I was like, I don't even do this, but let me grieve in front of the camera. And then I was like, let's go ahead and do 6 and see if it gets any worse or any better. And my thoughts from 6 was, you know what, 6 was kind of boring, not as bad as 5, but it gave me hope that these last 2 episodes were going to be fire. And I'm not going to lie, I think, and maybe I'll have to go back and kind of revisit, but right now, after just finishing episode 7, I believe episode 7 to be my favorite episode so far. Now, there's only 8 episodes, so for my favorite episode to be 7 says a lot about the series. But anyway, there's a few reasons why I think 7 is the best episode and why it's my favorite so far. One, and I know a lot of my friends are going to agree with this, we finally got some answers. It took 7 episodes for us to finally get the answers to the what happened, why this, what is the secret that's being kept. We finally got the answers. The whole episode was essentially I guess you can call it a flashback, because we knew about what happened on that planet from the essentially witch's perspective and Osha's perspective. But we didn't get the Jedi's perspective, so we get the Jedi, the younger versions of the 4 Jedi. We get their perspective of what they're doing. It makes sense. They're there. They didn't just stumble upon the place. They're looking for something. They were there for 7 weeks. That's what Torben said. Looking for a vergence. I believe we hear about a vergence in the Force. Qui-Gon says it in Phantom Menace. I think they said it could kind of focus around a place or a person. I believe Anakin was the person that Qui-Gon found the vergence. I believe. I could be wrong. You can correct me. I'm sure y'all will. And so in this, they're looking for one. I guess they caught wind of one, or they sense one. So they're searching. It's kind of funny because the opening scene is them just kind of looking. It looks like a metal detector that Kel Naka has. They're just searching for this vergence, right? And they've been there for forever. Torben's a young Padawan, mad impatient, just like, can we go home, bro? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why we're looking for a vergence. I don't understand. I don't get it. And so now I do like that we got that context, that it makes some sense. Now we get why they're there, why they're, why they seem to be so adamant, why they just showed up. And we got some answers. Obviously, we got to see how the actual fire started. It didn't seem to be. It wasn't intentional, which is what it's made to look like when we first see it. I think it was dope because we see, obviously, why Soul's been guilty for so long. One thing I'll say I don't exactly understand is why his first instinct was to stab at the mother. I literally out loud was like, what? Why? Like, it didn't look like, at least at the moment, that he was in any imminent danger. So I was kind of like, why is he doing that? But so he killed her mother. He killed their mother. The dopest part, or one of the dopest parts of the episode, was getting to see Kel Naka, Wookiee Jedi, actually in action, fighting Torben and Soul. I thought that was dope. Finally, this is probably one of my favorite fight scenes in the show so far. I've liked most of the fight scenes, but finally getting to see the Wookiee Jedi in action after thinking we weren't going to, because he died when we first saw him in the show. It was dope to see that. I thought that was super dope. Getting to see actually Torben get his mind kind of messed with the first time was dope as well, showing just how powerful the witches are, showing the fact that the mother was gonna let Osha go, so none of this really needed to happen. In fact, honestly, we could probably blame Torben, because he was like, we found the virgins, I'm just gonna go. I was like, why can't we make a plan here? I get you're like an impulsive Padawan, but you're going to ruin everything, which he did. But I like that we got this information. We now understand. And then, of course, Indara says, you know what? No, we're going to lie. We're going to lie because all this will be for nothing if we just go ahead and tell the truth. And you'll have ruined Osha's life for essentially no reason. We did see that Soul, at least at one point, was attempting to save them both, and then just wasn't strong enough and had to pick one. And, of course, for whatever reason, he's got a strong connection to Osha and is like, listen, she's the one. Although even in that, I'm not even positive, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, he called May Osha at one point, so I don't even know if he knew which one he was saving. I don't know if he just picked one, and then when it ended up being Osha, he's like, maybe this was fate. I don't know. Let me know y'all's thoughts about that. I'm just not thinking about that. Like, did he know who he was saving? I know they were saying each other's names, but he definitely seemed to be getting them confused. So, and then we also got to see how, and this interests me, I'm curious your thoughts on this. We got to see how the witches died, because I was confused. I was like, okay, there's no way a fire killed them all. I don't think the Jedi just were in there slashing all of them. But so I guess the explanation is it took all of them to control Kelnaka, I guess, and Indara in kind of releasing that hold, it killed all of them. That kind of confused me. I didn't love that, unless I'm just misinterpreting it. I'm like, they're clearly like they're all like connected, trying to get while Kelnaka's being controlled, and then when the hold is taken off of him, they all die. I'm like, that took all of their energy. It killed them? Like, really? I don't know. That didn't feel great to me. I almost would have preferred if they just had to kill them all. I don't know. But we got some answers. We got some action. We now understand everything. It almost feels like a too little, too late thing. Like, I almost feel like this episode should have been episode 3 or 4, because now it's like there's only one episode left. Like, you have a lot of loose ends to hold. Am I bugging? Is there 10 episodes? I'm pretty sure it's 8. Like, we got to figure out about Khmer and the present day stuff. You know, we know the reasons for everything now, but in one episode they're going to get all that explained to the present day characters and then have a resolution. Like, I don't know. But I will say, I don't want to complain too much, because I did overall enjoy this episode, probably more than any other episode. Glad they gave us some answers. Even though I don't necessarily love all the answers, at least from what it's looking like right now, we have the answers. So, kept stuff from the council. They were looking for a virgins. Torben was impulsive. They ended up not doing what they wanted to do, you know. And it just interests me, because obviously initially I thought they were just, I guess, kids. I don't know if they thought they just found them or what, but they're like, these kids are in danger. I wasn't exactly understanding the rationale there. Like, are they in danger because just witches? We just don't like witches in general. I might have to revisit some Clone Wars stuff, but I'm like, why exactly do we feel they're in danger and that we have the right to take them, other than learning that like there's some type of virgins thing happening here? And why exactly does Soul have such a connection to Osha? Maybe we'll find out next week, but I'm really interested to see how this all ties together. I mean, if you just asked me, just by watching, I would think that there's going to be a second season of this, because I'm just like, I don't know how they wrap all this up in one more episode. But I'll give this episode a solid rating. I can't give it an actual 1 out of 10 rating, but I liked it more than the ones I hated. And I did like the action in it. I like that we got some answers. So let me know what y'all think. Really let me know if y'all interpreted it as all the witches just died after losing control of Kelnaka. Like, what exactly do you think happened there? And how do you think they're going to end this? Because I got no idea. So let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Like I said, I want to give it props. I don't want to hate on it. I liked it more than pretty much every other episode because of the action and getting answers. Let's see if a present day episode can be impressive to me next week. So appreciate y'all a ton. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Praise God.